Hi, I'm the Smoking Elk, and today we are making Francesinha. Welcome back to the Smoking Elk Shack. Today we are making a dish from Portugal as part of my Around the World Outdoor Cook Challenge. If you're not aware of the challenge, over on Instagram I've been documenting my way around the world, as it were. Basically cooking a dish from every country in the world, all cooked outdoors over fire, be it charcoal or wood, and all done within a year. So far I'm about 108 countries in, so there's still just over 80 to go, 85 to go, but we're working our way through, and today I want to talk to you about Portugal. So this dish is called Francesinha, and apparently it's translated as a fat knacker sandwich. It's not, it should be, but actually it's translated as Little Frenchy. So effectively what it is, the nickname Little Frenchy, because of its French influences. Think of the croque monsieur or croque monsieur, a really filthy melted cheese sandwich. And when I say filthy, I'm going to talk you through the ingredients that are just for the filling of the sandwich, and then there's a rich sauce that goes all over it. But anyway, so on to the filling. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So that's a nice thin steak. I've got this really thinly sliced Devon Wagyu chuck steak that's just going to get seared on each side so it's nice and got a nice colour. I'm not going to cook it all the way through because it's going to finish cooking in the sandwich in the oven. So we're going to give that a sear. And then we've got some chorizo sausage. Now normally this would be a Portuguese sausage called linguiça, but I don't have any, so this is the next best thing. They normally use two types of sausages. So the other type of sausage that we're using is going to be a normal pork sausage, one that I cooked yesterday and saved for this sandwich. And then more meat. We've got some ham. It's just some lovely peppered ham that I smoked a week or so ago. There's a video for it up there. Take a look if you want to know how to do that. And then you've got cheese, and this goes between two slices of bread. It's normally nice thick crusty bread. I've gone with some thin bread because I'm watching my figure. So ingredients for the sauce: we've got some pork, some tomato puree, we've got some cornstarch mixed with some milk. We've got some milk, butter, beef stock, we've got a bay leaf, salt and pepper, and a bottle of beer. So for today's cook we're using the Tharos T1 grill. Perfect little grill for this. You're going to need a lid because we're going to need to melt the cheese once we've built the sandwich. What we're going to do, we've got a mini chimney starter here with some coals in. So light the fire lighter, stick the coals on and wait for them to come up to temperature. Now, like I said, it's a mini starter, so probably about half of a normal chimney. Once they're up to temperature, we're going to get the meat grilled, and then we're going to start to build the sandwich. So these coals are ready, they're nice and hot. So all we're going to do is tip them out just onto one side. Make sure to get all of it out. Just put it to one side. Do a coal rake. Like so. Okay, so now we're just going to get some colour on the steak. Going to give the chorizo a bit of a grill, and then we're going to take them off and make the sauce. So all we've done with the steak, season it with a good bit of salt. We're just going to slap that on there. Like so. These are ready to flip. That's what you're looking for. That nice crust. Oh yes. Now we want to do the same with the chorizo, just to give it a bit of colour. Not on there too long. I mean, they're nice thin strips. A minute each side. Chorizo's done. Got a nice colour on there. The fat's just starting to render down. What we've done with the steak is while we're resting the steak, we put it in the saucepan that we're going to be making the sauce. So all those juices that come off that steak, we're not going to waste them, they're going to go into that lovely sauce. So, little tip for you there. Steak done, chorizo done. On with the sauce. So we've got those juices reserved from the steak and the chorizo. So we're going to go in with some butter. Don't be shy, this isn't a health food. Just let that butter melt. In with the tomato puree, tomato paste. Give that a good stir for about a minute or so. You want to cook out the bitterness of the tomato paste, which is why it's always recommended to cook the tomato puree for a minute or two. So now you want to add in the milk. The port. Port's a pretty essential ingredient in this sauce. I didn't have any. I was going to try and make it without, but every recipe I've found said use port, so who am I to argue? So in goes the port, in goes the bay leaf, in goes the beef stock. Should use a cube maybe, I haven't got any, so stick one of those in there. Give it a good stir. Now you want a good glug of beer in there, like so. Probably a whole bottle of beer. Let's get it in there. Salt, some freshly cracked black pepper. That's the sauce, just starting to come up to the boil. We've discarded the bay leaf, and then just going to add in the cornstarch and milk mixture. Make sure there's no lumps. Make sure the cornstarch is fully mixed with the milk. And just tip that in. We want to thicken the sauce up. We don't want a loose sauce. We don't want a runny sauce. We want it nice and thick. Because this is going to coat our healthy sandwich. So, seeing as it's not the healthiest of sandwiches, it's obvious that we start with some cheese. Then your bread. Next, we'll get that chorizo on there. Chorizo. In there like that. Next you want your steak. And this is definitely not for the health conscious. Your second type of sausage. And then, just in case there's not enough meat, we're going to go with the ham. This is the smoked pepper crusted ham that I made in a previous video that you can click and check out. And a couple of layers of that on with the bread. And then you want to coat, you want the cheese to melt over the sandwich. So we're just going to overlap the cheese like so. And the hope is that that will melt down and coat the sandwich. And there we go, we're ready to melt. So for this you need any barbecue with a lid. Just put your pan on the indirect side, away from the coals. You've got the coals here, got the pan there. Then all you do is pop your lid on. We're going to leave that until the cheese is nice and melted. In the meantime, we're going to go and get some chips on. Oh God. So the cheese is melting nicely, it's almost where we want to be. We're going to finish it off with this sauce. It's nice and hot. Just going to pour that over the top. Like so. And just finish that off for another few minutes. Oh my giddy aunt. Check that out. And there you have it. Francesinha. Absolute beast of a sandwich. So all that's left is to slice this baby open and tuck in. Oh no, we're not done yet. Just to make it a little bit extra healthy, they stick an egg on it as well. Oh yes. Oh no. Should we take a look inside? I'm scared that we're going in. Take a look at that. Pure health food right there. all that's left. Taste test. So we're gonna, this isn't picking it up with your hands sort of food, definitely not. This is knife and fork food. So we're gonna get a bit of everything, a bit of sauce, a bit of the steak, sausage, a bit of chorizo, bread, the cheese, and the egg. Miss the egg. How can I miss this mouth? Oh. Oh wow, that's obscene. Really rich sauce. You get the chorizo coming through. I think the chorizo makes the sandwich. You've always got the steak, the ham, and the sausage in there. The sauce is so rich. The pork really coming through, but it's not unbearable rich. Let's go in for another little dig. Look at that. Chorizo, steak, ham, bit of sausage. Good Lord. And that is that, the smoking elk, eating the filthy, unhealthy things so you don't have to. Hope you've enjoyed the video. As usual, please hit subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my videos. I am aiming to release one once a week. I can't do it without your support. Any feedback's appreciated, and I'll see you same time next week.